Biafra, superstars, media.
My people, how na day? How na day today? Ututuoma today. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you listen to the sound of my voice. This one now, Biafra Superstars Media, and I'm holding it down. I say, may God bless Biafra, may God bless His Excellency Oyendo Mazenam the Kano. May God bless His Excellency the Prime Minister of Biafra, and may God bless Her Excellency the Deputy Prime Minister of Biafra, Dr. Ngozi ORABUEZE. My people, there is fire on the mountain. Nigeria don't fall for ground. Nigeria don't fall for ground. Make we hear the cry, the lamentation from the Zoom media. You know, we say Zoom media, we mean the Nigerian media. So make we hear the way they cry, the way they want to intellectualize the problem for that so-called Nigeria. If you're not ready, follow me. Let's go there. Listen.
We left the leprosy that is worrying us and we are treating. These are the issues. There is something deep, very deep that nobody wants to explain to Nigerians. You want to tell me that this killing is for nothing?
No.
Go and check when this thing started in Nigeria. That the Fulanis have surrounded the whole place. Look at small Bayelsa.
Listen.
Bayelsa is 1.8 million people in population. Bayelsa, one road into that state.
The here.
Bayelsa, look at how small. Yeah, they are there. If they are there, what are they doing there?
Okay.
What are they doing in that small place? So this thing is deeper than you're saying it. I'm not joking. Maybe one day you will hear another, what they call it now, Allah Akuba somewhere, and the whole place will engulf him. Maybe that it will not clear to everybody.
No, but we shouldn't let that happen.
Oh, really?
Yes, we shouldn't allow extremism. It's wrong. And that's why I'm saying, is it possible that the situation, the volatility is underreported? Whatever security report the president is being given is just like, they make it seem as if now surface fights, just community clash, nothing serious.
You see, this is the problem. There is nothing that will be done because it was designed this way. Way back, even in the 19th century, it was happening. When Britain came to that so-called Nigeria, they met the caliphate now. You know? They were dealing there with who? Usman Dan Fodio, who came to conquer Nigeria. In fact, Britain didn't slow him down. Britain slowed down Usman Dan Fodio. They came, in a truce, an agreement. The empires in the north, the emirs, they were fighting Britain back then to conquer Nigeria. It has not ended. What you are seeing happening now, herdsmen here, herdsmen there, kidnapping, buying here, everywhere. It was going on back then. In the 1900s, it was happening. But the problem is, people, they like hide this thing. They won't hide them. Like I said, they don't know what is happening. Esther. That's a fact. But continue for the discussion. Let's continue. Listen.
Didn't you remember when Buhari visited Benue?
Listen.
That was in 2018. No, 2016. That same year that he included 940 million in our budget to fund the Fulani business, Fulani's business.
Listen.
Remember? He promised we were going to build ranches up to today. So he deceived us.
Listen.
By including that money in our budget. What do we see at the end of the day? Was it all guns all over the place?
Listen again. Listen.
Now surface fights, just community clash, nothing serious.
Listen again.
Remember when Buhari visited Benue? That was in 2018. 2016. That same year that he included 940 million in our budget to fund the Fulani business, Fulani's business. Remember?
Call it 1 billion, 940 million to fund their so-called business. Fulani man, they do buying and selling, Abi. The cabal, they are doing buying and selling. 940 million to fund their business. I was wondering, what kind of business are these guys doing? Are they into buying and selling? But the Biafrans, we do our own business by ourselves. We raise capital by ourselves. Nobody is funding us. The Biafrans and the Igbos doing their business. We raise the capital by ourselves. Yet we are, doing well and excelling. What if the so-called government was supporting the Igbos back then? In the 70s, in the 60s, in the 80s, in the 90s, in doing their business? But they did not. But for the caliphate, he brought out 940 million. Say he won't support their business. Which business then the Fulani man they do? Buying and selling? Import and export? I beg you, forget story. Continue for me.
He promised we were going to build ranches. Up to today, so he deceived us.
Okay.
By including that money in our budget. What do we see at the end of the day? Was it not guns all over the place?
Uh-huh.
The same Fulanis who doesn't know anything about AK-47, they started carrying it. They started carrying it.
This guy just speak a good sense here now, wisdom here. With the act say, where did those guns come from? People they talk say, where those guns then come from? Who they buy them guns? Perhaps we now understand the advent of the introduction of guns in that so-called Nigeria in the hands of the Fulani cabal. 940 million was given to them for business. They lied they were building what? Ranches. Till this day, not even one single ranch has been built. But everywhere you look, AK-47. I asked myself, how do these guys even buy the granite, the bullets for the AK-47? Do they even know where to buy a bullet? The herdsmen, but they're on full supply of the bullet all the time. They get the guns without license, no ID card, no verification of their address, nothing. But they carry guns, and your police don't stop them, your army don't stop them. But in the streets, when army man sees somebody with laptop, they stop him. Your police see somebody with carrying a laptop, they stop him. They search the laptop, they search their phone. But these guys can roam the whole streets in that zoo called Nigeria with AK-47 live ammunitions, heavy duty firearms, and nobody stopped them. They are above the law. Now perhaps we now understand where this funding came from. Let's continue. Listen. This man, they talk sense. So this Darlington man, they talk sense. So let's continue.
And so up to today, nobody have disarmed them. Nobody.
Okay.
Rather, the guns are becoming bigger and bigger every day.
Now.
Whenever they strike, he says Fulani farmer header class. Farmer header class. Just to deceive the public. Meanwhile, ethnic cleansing is going on in all these places.
Now what?
Ethnic cleansing. Secretly going on. So that by the time they depopulate the community, or they now take over the place. You didn't hear that 40 communities in Jos have been taken over.
Okay.
In Benue, the same thing. Are these not facts on ground?
Nobody wants to speak about it. You see, this is the problem I have with those that say they believe in Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. Africa go better. Our people go better. Oh, Nigeria. Nigeria. Oh my God. The blind leading the blind. It's painful. It's painful. Say people that when they use mouth suck the breast of cow. People when they drink the urine of their cow. People that make love to their cow. People that puncture the neck of the cow to drain the blood of the cow. People like that, they mess una up. And you people are busy doing tribalism. Igbo, Yoruba, Igbo. You leave the problem. The fire on the mountain is coming. You are busy attacking yourselves. You are scared to call a spade a spade. Igbo, Yoruba, Igbo. Peter Obi, Tinubu, Peter Obi. You guys, man, this kind... Okay, let's continue.
So, ask yourself, why did the government allow this?
Your competitor is going to...
Listen.
Is that not the problem enough that these people are causing this mayhem? And meanwhile, northern leaders are busy pursuing politics.
Now.
Why people are dying? The same people that will vote for them, they are being slaughtered.
Like chicken.
They are being slaughtered like cow.
Like chicken.
And yet, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect because they are not the one. Their families are not involved. In fact, I feel ashamed when some people, even over here, will leave these issues.
Listen.
And they'll be chasing rats. You leave these issues and you are chasing rats. If not for the activities of Fulani herdsmen or whoever they are, Sunday Buhari will not be in Germany today now.
Listen.
Was it not when this young man wanted to protect his people that he entered into trouble?
This is what we are talking about. Respect to my brother, Chief Dr. Sunday Adeyemo, a.k.a. Sunday Igboho. He came out and said, enough is enough. Enough is enough. But unfortunately, those around him, they sold him out to the caliphate. They used the plea. They used the pain of the Yorubas to campaign for politics. One man gained with the blood of the Yorubas. But at least in the case of the Yorubas, you know, they did what they did. But in our own side now, Nnamdi Kanu saw it coming. Before it happened, Nnamdi Kanu saw it. He said, they are coming, they are coming, they are coming. The Fulani herdsmen, they are coming. They are coming with their guns, their cows, AK-47. They are coming to your land to take over your land. They will pretend they are coming for Ruga, to bring the cows to settle in your land, to eat the grass of your land. They are coming, they are coming, they are coming. Once they come, they will resettle in your land. They will take over your land. They will chase the people. They will rape the women in the farm. Your women will run down to IDP camp. There will be internal, oh my God, refugee within that zoo called Nigeria. IDP camp just means internally displaced people. You know, the Western world, they're very, very smart. They know what Nigeria is doing, but they are pretending. They know what the Fulani are doing, they are pretending. Perhaps there is a document signed between Britain and Fulani. Perhaps. Because they know what's happening, but they are pretending. So they say, okay, to just create an issue where there is not much problem, create a free environment, a free zone where you call the IDP camp. Put people there. But guess what? Those that were displaced, their land are being occupied now. Those empty spaces are being occupied by the Fulani herdsmen. Those you call the Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP, Lakurawa, and the rest of them. And guess what? Your DSS don't go to catch them all. Your police don't go. Your army don't go. They are busy. They are changing the states. They are changing the land, the streets, the villages, the names of the towns. This is happening as we speak. While the indigenous people, they are busy living in IDP camp, in shanty areas. They piss, they shit, they urinate in the same place. In IDP camp. Their land, their ancestral home is being reoccupied by the caliphate. But somehow, you Nigerians that believe in Nigeria, you don't ask yourself what's going on in those empty places that people just evacuated. You know what's going on, but you are scared to speak. The same way Chief Sunday Igboho, a man who rose for his people, but instead, they came to kill him and he ran away. His own people, they blackmailed him and he ran away for his life. But let's continue. Let's continue. Listen again. Listen.
Matter, you don't affect because they are not the one. Their families are not involved.
Igboho.
In fact, I feel ashamed
Igboho.
when some people, even over here, will leave these issues and they'll be chasing rats.
Listen.
You leave these issues and you are chasing rats. If not for the activities of Fulani herdsmen or whoever they are, Sunday Buhari will not be in Germany today now. Was it not when this young man wanted to protect his people that he entered into trouble? He's now, what do I call it now? A permanent exile in Germany.
Now.
He can't come home. Of course, if he's around, they would have killed him.
Immediately now.
They would have killed him by now. These are issues, and nobody is looking at it because it has not got into their family. But when they hear one small social media comment, Esther, it will become like a war. Comment.
That same week, the person that made the comment is caught, locked up in jail. No trial. You make a comment on social media. In the cyberspace, then catch you, lock you up. But the herdsmen, they are living in a community, an abandoned community. Those that own the community, they are in IDP camp. Hey, God have mercy. But no police, they go check them. No CID, no FBI or whatever. No MI5. No information. No DSS is going in the night to creep and study who are these people now living in this place. Because just last month, 100 were killed. People ran away to IDP camp. But now people are staying there. Who are these people living there? We see they have cows. We see, they have refused to do that. They have refused to do that. Even in some places, the herdsmen and those terrorists, they collect tax. They are taxpayer, masters. They are tax collectors. Oh my God. They collect tax. But Igboho, who was speaking out to protect his own place, he was chased to go on exile. Even while he was leaving the country, they caught him in Benin Republic. And you know how long. Imagine somebody who's already outside the country trying to take plane from Cotonou to Germany. He was caught. It shows you the zoo government can get the job done. But no, they are out for a mission. Because the herdsmen in their own backyard, they leave them alone. But somebody who was in Cotonou trying to take flight to Germany, they caught him there. Locked him up in a foreign country for so many years. Let's continue because of time.
To comment. So, nobody carry gun. Just comment. But people carry gun to come to your backyard there and say they are taking over this place. You will not talk. Instead of you to face them, you go and look at somebody. You don't even know who is talking on social media.
Hi.
Do you see why I quarrel with these people? We allow this thing to continue, Esther. Because I don't know, they'll be laughing at us. They say, look at these people. Look at these people. We are killing them. They are equally killing themselves.
Now.
Can you just imagine? You don't know how they psychologically position you to do what they want. You won't even know when you are doing it.
You guys are doing it, but not also because we, the Biafrans, we know what's in there. We know what's in there. We know we are doing the right thing. We protect our land, but unfortunately, those in the media, they call Ekpa a killer of his people. They say Ekpa, they're killing people. This is the problem I have. Because the only language when they caliphate, they understand. Now, for you to come out and protect your own land, and while you are doing that, then go pay people within your community, within your land to blackmail you. We know Nigeria now. That's how they succeed in doing what they are doing. That's the game they play. Igboho, what happened to his house? His own people came to kill him. They were shouting, Igboho, Atideo, come outside, oh. Ebota. That night now. They didn't speak the Fulani now. No. They didn't speak Hausa. What they spoke was, Ebota, Igboho, come outside. Jadeo, Sunday Igboho, you are inside there. Jadeo. And God helped him. He escaped. His own came to kill him because they were paid. That's what the caliphate do. They come and pick some few guys around you, give them oil block, give them oil well, give them contracts, make them rich. Then when they want to do their dirty job, they use them to do the dirty job. Is that simple thing now? Now mathematics. Fulani man when I said no go school, if they do mathematics for on head. It's the same thing. When you speak out, it's a problem. And now they can't expose them, but today, he's the only one being locked up. While the real terrorists, they are busy, becoming repented, born-again terrorists. Hi, God have mercy. I can't believe this. Say somebody that exposed them, he's been locked up. They called him a terrorist. They called IPOB a terrorist group and all those things. But the real terrorists, they say, oh, under 6 weeks, under 7 weeks, they are now born again. They are repented. Bring them, integrate them into the police, into the army, into the customs, into the navy. Nigeria. Fiakwa. Hi, I don't die. Atalamshi. A zoo will remain a zoo. You see, you guys don't know what's coming. The reason why Nigeria is still stable, we say the media, they are making money right now. If you notice, those in the media, they are making money because every day in Nigeria is a breaking news. I repeat, every day in Nigeria, you have a breaking news. But in the Western world, people pay money to get or find breaking news. They go to the field, they research, they do their investigation to get the breaking news. But in Nigeria, once you sleep and wake up, breaking news don't happen every day. So because the media, they're making money. You know this thing now commerce now. Now commerce. They've got bills to pay and they've got adverts to make some revenue from. So they keep on enjoying it, embellishing the news, making their money. Right now, the media sector is the best thriving sector in that so-called Nigeria because every day there is a breaking news. People will tune in to your website, to your blog, to your channel. You are making the money. In a month, you are making your money. Google is paying. You see, adverts are coming because there is traffic in your channel, in your TV station, in your radio station, in the tabloid. That's the problem. So they will speak about it, but they will do nothing about it. They only speak about it, they talk, but they can't walk the walk. Let's continue and wrap it up.
Esther, you know when you are playing their game.
Barrister, it is this abysmal failure that made a lot of Nigerians say, we don't want the APC anymore.
Politics.
Former President Muhammadu Buhari set a precedent that did not make the party favorable to Nigerians. A couple of persons will say former President Muhammadu Buhari tried his best to do what he knows how to do.
Esther, he didn't.
But it was not enough.
He didn't even try. Let me tell you. It got so bad under Buhari that elder statesmen like Padebanjo of blessed memory, Pa Edwin Clark, they sued Buhari to court for 50 billion naira for causing insecurity in Nigeria. They took him to court. Is that not damning enough? This president that everybody is praising. They sued him to court.
I don't hear them.
During their affidavit, they listed all the things Buhari did.
And I hear them.
I didn't hear anybody react under Buhari. Because they know it's true. Elder statesmen, men of that height. Then these other small boys who don't even understand what's going on, they will be talking anyhow, behaving anyhow.
And then we saw the audacious mannerism of the DSS. I think I saw a video during Buhari's tenure when Omoyele Sowore was in custody for quite a long time, when they wanted to rearrest him in court, and the DSS came while he was still in court and the court session was ongoing. They wanted to take him out.
Yes.
We saw how the lawyers were trying to protect him and other persons in the court. You know, they were literally dragging him at that point in time just because they wanted to take him back. They didn't want any form of dissenting voice and all whatnot. I think it is this attribute that a couple of people think that, oh, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is still fair. He can allow you critique. He can allow you talk compared to the previous administration where Omoyele Sowore, just like he's still doing our revolution now. And
leave that talk, I beg, my sister. Leave that talk, I beg. Leave that talk. It's like talking about tomatoes or tomatoes. Nigeria is in a dilemma. You're between the devil and the deep blue sea. Forget that talk. Forget that talk because they know Sowore is not the issue. Sowore believes in Nigeria now. He's not the issue. They only held him back then because they were angry with him. Say, how come you had an interview with Nnamdi Kanu in USA? Their main eyes, their main target was Nnamdi Kanu. So they punished him back then because he had an interaction with Nnamdi Kanu in USA where they held a meeting. Sowore believes in Nigeria now. He is vying for a position to become a president of Nigeria. So he's not a threat. The Buhari was just being too stubborn, over zealous in what he was doing then. Showora is not a threat to that so-called Nigeria, to the establishment of Nigeria. He wants to work with them. He wants to work with Nigeria. He wants Nigeria to be good, so he wants to become a president of Nigeria. He's not a threat. But when you compare that to Nnamdi Kanu, he's still being held. Under Tinubu, he's still being held. Even though in court, he said this man has no case to answer, he's still being held. You saw his trial, how childish the trial was. He's still being held. Even Kenya came and said, okay, Kenya, and come and say, okay, please, we have nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu. We are not sure how it happened in our land. We're not involved. All those things. In fact, we are paying him some money. Restitution. He's still been held. Kenya spoke out. He's still been held. So please, my sister, this is how you understand your level of reasoning when it comes to the affairs of Nigeria. Nigeria is a crime. It's a crime scene. It's a criminal enterprise. Those that will effect the change for good, they will be held. Delegewa, they kpai him. Bolaigi, they kpai him. Even MKO that came out, their boy, MKO was their boy. He's one of the best friends of IBB back then. Best friends. They still kpai him. That's the game they play. So Nnamdi Kanu should be the litmus test to say, oh, is Tinubu good or bad? Because he has maintained the status quo for Nnamdi Kanu. He's still being held where? In the DSS custody under a new president. Hence, we have warned him. Tinubu, learn from your friend Buhari. Learn from him. Learn from Buhari. Wash your hands off the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Wash your hand off the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Mr. Tinubu, Mr. Jagaban, wash your hand off the case. No put hands where your look, no put eyes where you know Sabio. Your eye go see Pepe. Wash your hand off the case of Nnamdi Kanu. If you are wise, you do the right thing. But I understand those who are holding Nnamdi Kanu is bigger than you. I know that. Because Nnamdi Kanu has shaked the establishment. He rattled them. He exposed them. He exposed their plan. The same plans that they were doing in the 1900s. The expansion, the takeover of the Niger area. They were slowed down by Britain back then. They came from the north. Usman Namfodio and his concubines and everybody, they came from the north to take over this land and Islamize it. And somehow they were slowed down by Britain. But there was an agreement that was signed. I will let for you guys, go and do your research. Look at the pact that was signed between Britain and the Caliphate during those days. Go and do your research. Then you will know that what is happening now is just a child's play. What they did back then was worse than now. But they are back in business to take over Nigeria. They are back in business. I'll leave it there. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. Nigeria is gone. Nigeria is gone. I rest my case.
Yeah, check me out. Superstars Media. Lord Logan, Bloomington, Lord Logan, and it's Wild Flora Show. 1914 amalgamation is what we dying for. 3 nations to 1 nation, ever since annihilation. Nepotism is nonsense. You and you, clap your hands. Biafra gonna come, clap your hands. Biafra, Oduduwa, we're free now. Freedom is gonna come, we're free now. Yeah.